to another program of Echo from TOUBA. Of course, we're delighted. We're going to have a treat today, having our brother Sufi Abdullah Ba from America visiting, inshallah. Brother Sheikh Sufi Abdullah Ba, welcome to the show.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, my pleasure. Alhamdulillah. But first, a long life to our Caliph Sheikh Muntaha. May Allah help him, give him everything he's doing right now, his endeavor, and help him all along. Also, salam to my Sheikh Murtada of Sheikh Abdul Ahad. May Allah as well give him a long life, inshallah. Echo from TOUBA every Sunday night, inshallah. At every Sunday, actually, afternoon, 5:30, here on Lamfa Television, a rerun every Sunday night, inshallah, at 10:30 p.m. Brother Sufi, how are you?
Alhamdulillah. I'm too happy to be in Senegal.
So, mashallah, this is your first visit to Senegal?
First. 16 times.
16 times.
La ilaha illallah. This is my 16th time here.
MashaAllah. Yeah. No wonder you speak good Wolof. We're going to talk about that inshallah later on. But tell us about yourself. Where are you coming from? And,
Bismillah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Wa inna rabbika wa dhurriyyataha minash shaitanir rajim. Rabbi a'udhu bika min hamazati shayateen. Wa'udhu bika Rabbi Yatarun, sallallahu Muhammad, bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Baki Sering Sayu. So I came to Sheikh Ahmadou Bamba in 1996.
Right.
And I was born in a Christian family, alhamdulillah, and took my shahada in 1993. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah.
Right.
I took my shahada in Indianapolis, Indiana, at the masjid.
Right.
And then 3 years later, I ended up coming to Senegal in 1996, and I was blessed to meet Sering Sayu, Jebel Nala Samabop, Adunya Akala Kila Chichibaka Sering Sayu.
A visit for culture?
No. Okay, I had two objectives. I wanted to come to Senegal to be a Hafiz or to study Tasawwuf, the Sufi path.
Right.
So, because I thought I was a Sufi, but I thought I was a Sufi reading Sufi books, but I didn't have a sheikh.
Right.
So I said, okay, mashallah, my mom was visiting many countries in Africa. The last country she visited was Senegal.
Okay.
So I said, okay, my mom was in Senegal, let me go visit Senegal. And I saw a picture of Sheikh Ahmadou Bamba in America. And this was 1995.
Right.
And
before you were Bayha or after? Before you were Jebel?
Before I came here.
Before you came to America?
I took Shahada in 93. 95, there was a guy named Nyaga Nyang. He had a Senegalese African shop in my city, Indianapolis, Indiana.
Right.
I went in the store, I saw the picture of Serene TOUBA. I said, hey, who is this guy in the picture? Wow! Mom, Coco, they down. He started crying. He's told me, I don't speak good enough English to tell you who he is. But if you want to know who he is, you have to go to my country, Senegal. Do you want to go? I said, I saw a grown man crying in public over somebody in a picture.
Has to be a reason.
This guy must be important. I want to go find out who he is.
Right.
So from that, he called some people in Dakar, and I came to Senegal in about 6 months later.
1998.
96.
96, right.
And I was looking for Serine TOUBA and ended up going to Serine Sayu, doing my debut with Serine Sayu.
Beautiful. That was your first trip to Senegal.
First time.
But before we come to that trip and the outcomes of it, I just want to know the state of the mindset of the brothers over there. Whether Muslim or non-Muslim, the state of mind of African American brothers right now.
All praise is due to Allah for sending us the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
MashaAllah.
I was studying with the Nation of Islam and what we call the 5% Nation of Gods and Earths, peace to the gods and earths. So my upbringing and consciousness was from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Was a trailblazer.
Yeah, he was the teacher of Malcolm X. Everyone heard of Malcolm X, but not everyone knew about his teacher, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So my mind was shaped in the appreciation of blackness and black Islam, and not looking to any Arab leaders. because in the Nation of Islam, the only thing we focused on was the black man and uplifting the black man and the black community.
Very narrow interpretation.
Yeah, it was just, you know, stay with the black people. Black. It's like a black nationalist Islamic teaching.
Right.
For people in America to uplift our minds out of white supremacy.
Which is understandable.
Yeah, it's needed.
Where they're coming from.
Because Honorable Elijah Muhammad, they were teaching in a time where they had separate restaurants.
Right.
Black people have to go to the door in the back.
Right.
So he said, no, the white person's ice is not better than the black person's ice.
Right.
Because back then, black people used to think the white man's ice is colder than our ice.
No kidding.
Can you understand that concept?
Right.
Everybody, if a black man's selling ice and a white man's selling ice, we're going to buy from the white man. His ice is better.
Right.
So that mindset had to be thrown out.
We can relate that still in Africa. We still buy product from
Yeah.
Europe and other
Yeah,
white countries rather than buying it from Senegal.
Yeah, in Africa, it's the Arab Muslim.
Right.
Oh God, his Arabic is so good.
Right.
His Islam must be better than those Muslims in Senegal.
La ilaha illallah.
So I came in the Black Conscious movement of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and that got me ready to have a sheikh from Africa, because I was not looking for any guidance from anyone from Arab countries. Alhamdulillah.
Masha. So how Farid Muhammad fit in that? He's part of that consciousness.
Warfdeen Muhammad?
Right. Farid or Warren?
Oh, okay. There's two people. There's Warfdeen Muhammad.
Right.
Was the son of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Okay.
So it's the same movement. So what happened was Honorable Elijah Muhammad was teaching the black nationalism Islam, but he sent his son, Warfdeen Muhammad, to study in Mecca and Medina in the East.
Right.
So when Warfdeen Muhammad came back, he said, no, Islam is not just for black people.
Right.
He said Islam is universal. It's for white, yellow, it's for everyone.
Right.
So that's where the change in the Warfdeen Muhammad started bringing people to the Sunnah.
Deconstructed.
Yeah.
So
he opened the doors for everyone.
Absolutely.
So it was, Quran says Islam is revealed in stages. So it was a good thing. It was a good thing.
And also Malcolm X did a pretty good job in terms of seeing Islam through different lenses.
Yeah.
I mean, knowing, like you said, that Islam is for
that's what opened
all
Malcolm
colors
X.
and all ethnicities.
Malcolm X said that when he went to Mecca, that's when he said, wait, Islam is not just for black people, it's for all nationalities and all races. But he did say the so-called pale-skinned Arabs who practice Islam are different than the white people in America because they have Islam.
Right.
Islam changes everybody, puts everybody on the same plane.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. And also, I just wanted to know, like, after going through all these very rough times since Plymouth Rock, and also the civil rights movement, not just Malcolm X, but also the legend Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
You had also many others really who with America, with the movement, helped really put America in a different type of way of thinking. Compared to today, is it America, I mean African Americans, better off, or has a much more comprehensible situation? Or I just wanted to know the mental status of our brothers in that matter.
From my point of view, what messed up the African American mind was assimilation. We should never have assimilated with the other cultures. When they told the black people, you can't come to our schools, we had our own schools. When they told the black people, you can't come to our hospital, we had our own hospitals. We had our own banks. We had our own everything. Right. So we had all the farms. So when the black people said, okay, we're going to assimilate and accept the broader culture, that was our mistake. We already had our independence with our own schools, own hospitals, own policing system. We had our own everything because the white people would not let us join in to what they had in their society. Right. So in my opinion, assimilation was a backward step for black Americans. We should have kept the farms and not left the farms to go get cities and jobs in the cities, in my opinion.
MashaAllah. So who are the figures that are considered as role models right now in this time in America? Like people are looking up to if they want to progress in the spiritual path, or just in social path.
The plight of the role models in America, I can say there aren't any.
Not anymore.
I don't see any positive role models in America at this point. The system has done a great job of destroying any positive role models. Now the young people are looking up to people in sports, people in music, people in comedy, but we don't have any political activists who are really active in America.
Or religious one who really pretend leading everyone through Sirat al-Mustaqim?
No,
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala?
I have not seen one in America. There was a leader named Noble Drew Ali. He's not heard of that much. Noble Drew Ali started a movement called the Moorish Science Temple. Now, the Moorish Science Temple and the Nation of Islam, in my opinion, are the most productive systems in America right now. It's the Moorish Science Temple and the Nation of Islam are the most productive in America right now, as far as helping black people and black consciousness.
Right. Beautiful. And there you go, 1996. You left America to visit this country. Your first visit, tell us about how you met Serign TOUBA.
This is amazing because when I came in 1996, I didn't have a sheikh, I didn't know anyone. A big miracle happened. The guy who met me I came to New York. I came from New York to Senegal with a backpack. I was an ascetic. I didn't have that many clothes. I was growing dreadlocks. I was a vegetarian, looking for Allah. So when I came to Senegal, I came by myself, was met by a man at the airport who was just Muslim. He wasn't a disciple of Serign TOUBA. I came on a Wednesday. On Friday, he said, you know, I heard of one sheikh named Sheikh Becho. If you want to know about Sheikh Ahmed Bamba, let's go see Sheikh Becho. Sheikh Becho Chun. Bodum Chantagi. He said, let's go to Sheikh Becho. Maybe he can help you find out about Serign TOUBA. So something incredible happened. When we got to Sheikh Becho's house, there was a professor of English from Dakar University in white American clothes, sitting next to Sheikh Becho on the couch. Can you believe what Serign TOUBA did? So when I came in the house, I didn't speak Wolof. The sheikh didn't speak English. So he told me, ask anything you want to the translator. He's going to tell me. So I started asking him about Tasawwuf, Iman, Islam, Ihsan, Taskil, Tunas. I was asking Sheikh Becho all these questions about Tasawwuf. Boom, he was answering it. The last question I said was, okay, can you take me to Allah? That was the last. I said, can you take me to Allah? He said, yes, I can take you to Allah, but I'm going to take you to the person who took me to Allah. And he pointed to a big picture of Serign Saliou. And he said, if you stay in my house, I will take you to Serign Saliou on Sunday, and you can do your bayat Jebulu to Serign Saliou. So I said, this guy, Serign Saliou, I don't know who he is, but maybe I need to go to him. So I stayed in Sheikh Becho's house. That Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we went to TOUBA. I did my bayat directly to Serign Saliou.
In 1996?
In 1996.
Allahu Akbar.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Well, I heard Sheikh Becho used to say, I don't know where Allah is, but I know the way to Serign Saliou. Yeah. I've been going to Serign Saliou for a long time.
Yeah, that's what he told me. He said, I'm going to take you to Serign Saliou.
Exactly. If you just is following us, thank you for watching Echo from TOUBA. Again, brother Sheikh Sufi Abdullah Ba, and thanks to Kapolar Pui, brother Pui, for the connection, giving me the opportunity to have this very wonderful brother to conversate with us, inshallah, to exchange. And also to all the members of our group, Echo from TOUBA TV show, thank you for your contribution and everything, mashallah. And it's going to be every Sunday night, a rerun, inshallah, Echo from TOUBA. You can also contact me on my Facebook page if you want to be part of the show, any ideas, any contribution. Again, like I used to say, the only purpose of it is to permeate the message of Serign TOUBA for people. He is already known, but there's a lot more to be proud of. Again, the most prolific writer, the heritage of Serign TOUBA is just humongous, mind-boggling for everyone who's looking for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the only way. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسِ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونِي. Brother Sufi, tell us the first day you set sight on Serigne Saliou.
I passed out. Bakke Serigne Touba, damay daanu de. Serigne bi.
Waaw.
When I did my bayat, I don't know what, I passed out.
No kidding.
All I remember, they were dragging me. My feet was dragging in the sand. They dragged me out into the courtyard.
The amount of light that
it was too much light.
It's hard to absorb that.
After the bayat, I fell on the ground. They had to pick me up. All I remember is my feet dragging in the sand. They were pulling me out to the side.
Absolutely. That's
I passed out.
Right, right.
There was too much light.
Did you conversate with this? Anything he said to you the first day, or it was more of a connection?
The first day I passed out, soul to soul. But Sheikh Bachel used to take us to see Serigne Saliou every Sunday. Let me tell you one miracle. We're sitting close to Serigne Saliou. He's speaking in Wolof, but wallahi, I'm hearing English inside my heart. Bakke Serigne Saliou, Lola Mama Jacko. The first time I said maybe it's hot, maybe I'm hallucinating. There's no way I could be hearing English. We go back to the next Sunday. He's talking to everybody in Wolof. I'm hearing everything he's saying in English.
But you understood what he was saying?
Yes. And he was, and at that time I didn't speak any Wolof.
I'm not surprised with Serigne Saliou.
That was the first thing that made me say, this Sheikh, he has something.
He's something.
How is it I'm hearing English translation inside of me, but he's speaking Wolof?
With Serigne Saliou, it was more of a feeling of a more of a conversation with Serigne Saliou. A lot of people told me when I had encounters with many sheikhs, I used to go and ask questions about, you know, the path, how what should be my next step, and so on. But they always tell me, it comes out a lot, that when I was with Serigne Saliou, I couldn't even ask questions. It was more of a, you know, this is the cold water. I'm drinking it.
You can't, for the first 7 to 10 years, I could not look at Serigne Saliou in the face. Just like this. I have to go like,
has to be still,
like this, because the light was coming like, I couldn't, only time I could look at him was from outside, outside of the case. You know, he used to see people behind, through the window, outside the window. So the only time I could see him was from outside the case. But when I would come in to sit with him, the light was so, I couldn't look up in his face. Yeah, it was. And you can't, when you see Serigne Saliou, there's no question. What can you ask him? There's no question. You just sit and be still. And you know that I received more from him in dreams.
Oh, you dreamt of him?
How many times? Serigne Saliou.
Can you share some of those, one of them?
Serigne Saliou used to come in my dream and show me the future. I was in TOUBA one time. Serigne Saliou came in my dream and showed me some Buddhist monks wearing the monk robes. And I was like, Serigne Saliou, there's no Buddhist monks in TOUBA. I'm not going to see these people.
Well, they came there recently.
Yeah, they were there recently.
Recently, from Spain, I believe. I saw
I saw the video, and the guy,
I'm sure maybe there's a different meaning.
But listen to this one. He showed me some Buddhist monks in around 1998. That time when I went back to America, I went in the grocery store that I saw the same Buddhist monks he saw. I said, huh? I saw those monks in person back in America. He used to show me a lot of stuff in America. One dream, because I work for Serigne Touba, I work for Serigne Saliou. One dream, we were at a gas station, me and some disciples were at a gas station, and it was raining, but we were not getting wet. And we were passing out some pamphlets about Islam, trying to tell people about Islam.
Like flyers?
Yeah, flyers about Islam. It was raining, we weren't getting, I looked over, I saw Serigne Saliou standing by the gas station with the umbrella. When I went back to America, I found the same gas station in Philadelphia.
La ilaha illallah. You know.
The same gas station was in Philadelphia.
Right.
And that's why I was like, Serigne Saliou, It's too much power.
That tells that, shows that you have the connection with Serine Saliou. MashaAllah, may Allah increase his light. He's done a lot, you know, raising children here, helping. He used to say, "Bring me the kids. I'll try to do what Serine TOUBA used to do for the kids." And Serine Saliou definitely he loves the children. He cares for them and has a lot of rahmah for these kids, inshallah Rabbi. And also you were with Sheikh Becho, and when we talk about Sheikh Becho, it's more of a term of chant. You know, gratefulness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. La in shakartum la azidannakum. If you're grateful, I'll increase whatever I'm giving you. Kusanta madolila. So tell me about that chant thing.
You know, what is amazing about Sheikh Becho? I used to live in the house with the Sheikh. I used to eat lunch and dinner with the Sheikh. Sheikh Becho would come out of the room in the morning and sit in the living room. He'd start talking about Serine Saliou until lunch.
The whole day?
All day. We eating lunch. He's telling people, talking about Serine Saliou while eating lunch. After they take the lunch, he's talking about Serine Saliou all the way till dinner, till end. We're eating the dinner. After dinner, he's talking about Serine. His whole life was Serine Saliou. He never talked about himself. I was there when disciples started to sing a song about Sheikh Becho. He was upset. He said, "No, do not do. The first time they started to sing Sheikh Becho, he was angry. I was in the house with him.
Right.
He said, "No, don't sing about me. Only sing about Serine Saliou." Kololo.
Exactly.
His whole thing was Serine Saliou.
Even when he used to buy these hordes of cows and stuff, and people were like, "Sheikh Becho, Jerejef, thank you." You said, "It's not me. This is Serine Saliou."
Listen, Sheikh Becho said that he was in politics.
Right.
One day, because he used to go see Serine Saliou all the time, and Serine Saliou would give him some blessings. Sheikh Becho said, "My life was going up, up, up." He said, "I had the idea one day to sacrifice a cow and sheep and take it to Serine Saliou and give it to him, so I'm thankful for what he did." He said, "The first time I took this food to Serine Saliou said, 'I'm happy. Sheikh Ahmadu Bamba is happy. The Prophet Muhammad is happy, and Allah is happy with this.'" Sheikh Becho said, "Anything that makes Serine Saliou happy, Sheikh Ahmadu Bamba happy, the Prophet Muhammad happy, and Allah happy, if I stop doing that, I'm crazy."
Absolutely.
He said, "From that day, I knew I'm going to cook food every time and give it to Serine Saliou." That was the beginning of the change.
Right. Well, cooking food have a big role in Islam. If
Dubby.
Move that right. If you want to move in the spiritual path.
And the Prophet Muhammad says, feeding one person is better than building 70 masjid. This is hadith.
Absolutely.
Feeding one person is better than building 70 masjid. So the Sheikh knew something about this.
Absolutely. So the chant, it's 96 today. It's almost close to 30 years, almost 28 years. So you've been in the chant.
No, Nekoti chant to get it. Mangiti Iman Islam Isan. I left the chant. I'm sorry, Sheikh Becho's family. I love you guys, but Dumas Nekti chant to get. Muk Mangiti Iman Islam Isan.
Inshallah.
I left the chant. After Sheikh Becho, I left the chant. I don't, and me, Sheikh Becho said one time, he said, "My chant did not go to America until Abdullah took my chant to America." But now I'm teaching Tajwid Shigar, Tajwid Siban, Masalak El Jinin, Duwaro Nafis, Najul Qadi. I'm teaching because my Sheikh Abdullah Farmi was telling me we have to give the original teaching of Sheikh Ahmadu Bamba no matter what we found in Senegal. Just think about that. Sheikh Abdullah Farmi told me personally, Abdullah, you have to give the original teaching of Sheikh Ahmadu Bamba, regardless of what you found in Senegal.
But there's a theory and practice. So I mean, people come and learn the theory, what Serine TOUBA wrote about. But to do the practice, you need to approach a sheikh that is, that has the approval of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that's how you go in and then know about what to do. So I'm kind of confused if you say I left the chant because it's a state of mind.
Yeah.
You have to be a chantakon all the time.
I'm still giving thanks to Allah.
Right, subhanahu wa ta'ala.
But I have to do my 5 prayers.
Right.
I have to fast in Ramadan. I didn't come to Senegal for 18 years.
Okay.
The last time I was in Senegal was I lived in Senegal from 2002 to 2004.
Right.
After 2004, I went to America and worked for Sheikh Ahmadou Bamba. I did not come back to America to Senegal until 2001 to 2021. So from 2004 to 2021 is like 18 years. I didn't come to Senegal.
That's a long time.
So when I came back in Senegal in 2001, Abdallah Farmi took me to Serine Muntaka and Baki the Khalifa.
Right.
So I did my Yesel to Serine Muntaka.
Right.
And his son, Sheikh Ibra and Baki, gave me the widow Makfus.
You got the Makfus from him.
Yeah.
MashaAllah.
So that's where I am today. I love the Chantakun.
Right.
I love Sheikh Becho.
But you're still in this.
I'm still in the
same time
Chantakun.
Because Sheikh Muntaha was actually the one who kind of regulate everything when Becho passed away. And it's always a relationship between the Abd and Allah Ta'ala.
But and Sheikh Becho has some good representatives of the chant. Right. So they don't need me.
Right.
My thing is I have to give people what Sheikh Ahmadou Bamba was teaching. I love the chant.
Beautiful.
But for me, Iman, Islam, Ihsan.
The original way.
The original way.
Absolutely.
The original. I love the bifal.
Right.
I spent almost a year. There's one bifal, Sheikh Salim Babakar Bo. He's in
exactly.
Bamba.
I saw some of your...
I spent almost a year with Salim Babakar Bo and Sona Aisha.
He's doing a beautiful work over there.
The people in Gis Bamba, that's my bifal family.
Right, they good people.
Oh my God,
they're very good people.
Salim Babakar Bo.
They have an extraordinary achievement over in
goodness.
Kajor.
They are working under the deagle of what Sheikh Ibrahim wanted to establish in Gis Bamba, because that's the birthplace of our path.
Right.
That's where Sheikh Ibrahim took his bayat with Serine TOUBA.
Exactly.
So Serine Babakar Bose and his wife Sona Aisha say they bringing it alive. I was in the village for 7 months.
I will suggest everyone visiting Senegal and TOUBA to go and really visit Ngigis Bamba and Mbake Kajor. That's where everything started. In the Muridia. Inshallah.
I was in Mbake Kajor living in the hut for 7 months.
For 7 months.
Last year.
Like a spiritual retreat?
Me and Sheikh Abdullah Farmi, we were in Mbake Kajor together for like 7 months, living in the hut, doing call.
I see Sheikh Abdullah Farmi sometimes in the chant over in
because I know something, but I cannot say what I know. Sheikh Abdullah Farmi told me something, but I'm not allowed to say it. I just want to say that he is helping the chant because he's a witness to what Sheikh Becho received from Serine Sali.
Absolutely. Salam to Sheikh, the Caliph of Sheikh Becho, Serine Sali Uchun, Borom Diggle. May Allah help him in his very beautiful work. He just built the Matlabul Fawzain over in Serine Sali's house. May Allah accept all your work and pay you afterward or not. Thanks for following again. Echo from TOUBA. Brother Sufi, kicking knowledge here, mashallah.
I don't know
beautiful, beautiful. And may Allah help you and also increase your knowledge. I was thinking about, before we wrap it up, there was a movie called Coming to America, where you had Eddie Murphy going over there. And I was thinking, this is even a sequel, I believe. Another one coming to Africa. Do you think in the future African Americans will have a little bit of consciousness of coming back here?
It's starting to
helping
grow.
Africans and get our hands together and make sure that Africa, because Africa right now is in a lot of trouble. We really need help.
It's necessary
in the future
that the people in diaspora come home to Africa. This is my whole life, is what can I do to be like Harriet Tubman for Sheikh Ahmadou Bamba? How can I bring people from America to Islam and Islam to TOUBA. That's my goal. That's my whole mission, because now people in America are waking up because they see so many lies on television.
Right.
The politics in America, they used to be able to hide the lies and they weren't telling all the dirt they were doing. Now the politicians in America are telling, he's lying. Politicians on TV telling that this one's lying, this one's lying. Now the black people are saying, wait, who's telling the truth?
Right.
They both lying.
Right.
So now even the people are waking up and looking for a better option, because we used to blindly follow politics, but now the politics in America is dead. So people are waking up because of the political state in America. They don't have any other choice except to wake up.
Right. So how are you going to present to them the work of Serigne Touba? Is it you're going to go on social media, or what canals you think you're going to?
Right now we have Dara's. I don't want to say too much, but we have given more than 500 Shahada in America in the past years of working. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, ashhadu Muhammad Rasulullah. So we have students in America from New York to California to South America to Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Philadelphia, New Jersey, New York, Virginia, Boston. We have disciples in all of these areas, students. And so the job now is to organize all of these students into daras, where each city can have a jurin, and then the jurins and myself can work to organize trips to TOUBA. And we were blessed by the Khalifa gave us a deagle. We bought 2 plots of land, 3 plots actually. We bought a plot of land in TOUBA Fall to build on, and we bought 2 plots of land in Fatul Fatah. I don't know if you know the Khalifa, Fatul Fatah. Serigne Muntaha has built a new house and a small mosque in Fatul Fatah.
Right.
So through his son, Sheikh Ibrahim Baki, we were able to buy 2 plots of land there. And then Sheikh Ibrahim Baki took us to the Khalifa to tell him, our goal is to build a dara and a mosque and a guest house for people coming from the West.
Exclusively for them.
Exclusively for us. In Fatul Fatah. And Serigne Muntaha gave us the deagle to do this, and he said, everything you do in TOUBA, you're going to have tawfiq. This is what the Khalifa said. Lord Defi did not tawfiq.
MashaAllah. Well, good.
That's where we are.
Well, good. All right. May Allah help you on that endeavor and give you, inshallah, a lot of luck and success on that. And what is the advice, for instance, you're going to give us as Africans? You know, because there's work from there, but there's work to be done also for us Africans.
What I want to say,
to embrace,
listen,
our brothers. What is it you?
I don't know if you want to hear what I have to say to the more Senegalese people.
Of course, I want to hear. Say, bring it out.
Def, Bailangay def, yangi dem fof wakul kin Serigne Touba. Damay ñëw ci seen magal fof. Gisuma sama tebot. The Senegalese people need to stop what they're doing. They have Magal in New York, Magal in Chicago, Magal in Kentucky,
and in Wolof.
Magal in all Wolof. This is what makes me angry. Let me calm down. I go to their Magal, I don't see one American there. Why are you keeping Serigne Touba a secret? This is my argument with the Senegalese Murid. You went to you go to the Magal in New York City, you don't see one person from New York at the Magal?
That's sad.
The Magal's in all Wolof?
So they don't want to internationalize the message, or what happened?
This is what I don't understand.
I don't either.
You go to Chicago. I was in the Magal in Chicago a couple years ago. Not one African American. Not one talk in English.
Everything in Wolof.
Wolof. Alhamdulillah.
That's a very strong language.
Alhamdulillah for the Wolof.
Spoke Wolof though. That's why no one can get off.
But these people have shops in these places.
Right.
They have stores. The women are braiding hair.
And
you can't tell someone about...
A lot of Murids Wolof were born there now. There's a lot of
they speak in English.
So what happened? Why the transition haven't been done, or what happened?
My only problem with the Senegalese Murids in America is they're not telling people about Sheikh Ahmadou Bamba.
How about the kids who were born there? They Murid, they were born, they speak good English.
The same thing. They're not speaking to people about Sheikh Ahmadou Bamba.
They weren't raised to be good Murid or something?
No, they're good Murid.
Right.
Taliban Murid Sadiq Fofde. There's great Murid in America, reading Qaside. But when it comes to telling people about Sheikh Ahmadou Bamba, that's my job. I figured it out. That's my job. Okay, you don't want to tell people about Sheikh Ahmadou Bamba? Me and my community, we will do that work.
Right.
Well,
that's the reason why, Brother Sufi, we're having a program like this.
Yeah.
Because this is something I've kind of observed myself. Why is it...
do you know some Murid people in America from Senegal?
Yeah.
Ask them how many people from America were at their Mago. Just ask them.
Just ask a question, right?
Yeah, just ask.
So all the houses of Serigne Touba's over there in...
it's all Senegalese people.
I'm kind of surprised here.
Damay walk bulle nine. Amor sama bok fofde. Ask anyone in America, did you see one person? Ask your Senegalese brothers in America. Did you see one African American or one white person at the Magal?
This is
Did you see one?
This is, I mean, what we hear...
Because that was the work of Serigne Murtada.
Right.
Serigne Murtada Mbake, he built the house. Rahimullah.
Right.
He built this house.
Also, his son is doing great work. Just coming from Italy recently.
They're doing a great job. Right. But after Serigne Murtada left, where's the Kidma? They're reading Qaside in America. They're doing weird in America. But
I've heard a lot of sheikhs that are going there all over America with the
Definitely new dollar, folks. Definitely new dollar.
There's a lot to be done. Well, maybe some matter of time.
The work over there is not finished.
Right.
We have to build for Sheikh Ahmadou Bamba. I don't know if it's true. Let me ask you. Did Sheikh Ahmadou Bamba say one day there will be more Murids in America than in Senegal?
Well, people...
I've heard that. I don't believe he said that.
There's a lot of narrative that people say that Sheikh Ibra said...
America a Murid.
America a Murid.
I believe that.
Right, right. That's possible. But Serigne Touba he was more... There's a lot of things they say about Serigne Touba he didn't say.
I know.
Because Serigne Touba, all his life, he stuck with Allah and the Prophet. He didn't have time for...
I don't know what people...
A lot of people say they saw Serigne Touba, they didn't see him.
Yeah.
Muntaha said it on the most beautiful way. The first day we saw him, to the last day, he was constantly stick to Allah and the Prophet. He didn't have time. Look at all these writings, what he did. I mean, you ask yourself how a human being can spend, even if you live 1,000 years, you couldn't achieve what Serigne Touba.
No, you can't write what he wrote. In just the Qaside.
That says he didn't have time.
No.
And I heard a word from Serigne Cheikh Sarr. Listen to this. He was a disciple of. His father was a disciple of Serigne Touba, Serigne Baysar.
Serigne Baysar.
So there was Serigne Baysar. There was a tape. I don't know if they still have it because he was around like 10 or 20 years ago, before technology and stuff like that. He said one day Serigne Touba was sitting with them, and he told them, Iblis, Lanatullahi alayhi, Satan came in the house. And he said, I'm going to throw you some kind of stuff to you. Serigne Touba told them, if you throw me that, I'm going to throw you my arm as well. And he said, okay, I'm not going to do it. Satan replied to Serigne. He said, I'm not going to do it because I know you're living right. Soon you're going to leave this world to the next one. But what I'm going to do, when you go over there, you transit to the next world, the most beautiful heritage people will look up to and will remember you within is your Hasidas. So I'm going to make sure wherever they resided, I'm going to go there to make sure man and woman are mixed up doing nonsense. And to tell you Serigne Touba told them, at that time it's going to be your business and your business and their business.
Allahumma.
That was the response of Serigne Touba. Serigne Cheikh Sarr said that. If you guys delve in those old tapes, you're going to find that.
So keep reading the Qaside.
He said, Serigne Touba told him, I don't care. Because My life is for Allah, and tomorrow also is for
and
Allah.
And the qasaid have power.
And the qasaid has power. So, inshallah, if you just follow us, we got just about 10 or 5 minutes to go with Brother Sufi telling, kind of embarrassed though, what he said about the message, how we should, guys over there, you know, I think Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I remember during the conquest of Khaybar, when Sayyidina Ali came up and said, okay, when I go there, I'm going to be very strong on people, I'm going to do as much as, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, tell him, slow down, Ya Ali. When you go there, talk to them gently. Bil hikmah wal mau'izatan asana. But understand also, if you make one convert, come to Islam, it's more beneficial than everything on earth to you. So da'wah is part of also the message. I mean, part of Islam.
TOUBA is the best. The best thing you can give someone in Islam is to tell them about
Serene TOUBA. The best product you can go and present to people.
It's Sheikh Ahmed Bamba.
It's Sheikh Ahmed Bamba. Hopefully people understand that. So every Saturday, Sunday afternoon, 5:30 inshallah, and a rerun also at 10:30 p.m. We talk about qasida recently. I mean, we're gonna, you know, extrapolate on that. Tell me your relationship with qasida. What's your which is your best qasida?
Mafatu Bisri Mafatu.
La ilaha illallah.
Mafatu Bisri. Who lola gonna bugati qasida?
That's the horse.
They deflip. Tarbiyah, Tarkiya, Tasfiyah, Iman, Islam, Ihsan, Nyip Mingi Bisri. Mafatu Bisri does everything.
Right.
Ya Fadilan, Setwa,
Ya Fadilan.
Dumawak. But Bisri is my personal qasaid. But in our Dara, we have everybody reading Astaghfirullah Bihi, Sindidi, Rabibi Ma Yasrahu, and Muhammad Nafi. These are the 4 qasaid I'm giving people in America right now. And Kaf Hayayin Saad. Kufitu Kula Dadarin Yalahu Bisiri La Ilallahu Habli Moradia Kamahu Bisiri La Ilallahu Yasilia Usra Kamahu Bisiri La Ilallahu Allah Nabi Mustafa Yalahu Salibi La Ilallahu Salatan Mugnim Bisalam Allah Bisiri La Ilallahu. So in our Dara, the Americans, disciples, people born in America, I should say, Astaghfirullah Bihi to clean the sin. Sindidi, they reading that for protection. Rabibi, Ya Rahman Rahim is for dua. Muhabbal Nafi is for the salat on the Prophet. And the Kaf Hayayin Saad is the 5 qasaid we're giving everybody to read in our Dara. Beautiful,
beautiful connection. I mean, the Hasidas, they have like this.
They're everything.
They're everything.
Now, in our Dara, we teach, do you know Ilham al-Wadud? And Serene TOUBA, he has Makalik al-Nira and Mafatil al-Jinan. It's a qasaid on Tasawwuf. The key that opened the gates of heaven and closed the gates of hell. We're teaching this qasaid in English, and we're teaching Ilham al-Wadud. It's another qasaid on Tasawwuf in English in our Dara. Those are the main 2 we teach.
So how do you approach them? I mean, you just do the translations and...
We have so many qasaid in English now, and we have a Dara on Zoom. We have Kun Katiman. We just finished, one of my teachers, Dr. Wali, yesterday. He finished an 8-week class on Kun Katiman in English.
In English,
This is a qasaid giving advice from Sheikh Ahmed Bamba. And every Sunday, I'm teaching from Sheikh Ahmed Bamba's teachings every Sunday, and this is on Zoom. So people tune in on Zoom to our classes. We have at least those 2 classes. Every Wednesday there's a class. Sunday there's a class. Saturday we have a women's group where the women get together and talk and do zikr. And then Friday night we have a general Dara. So let's see, Wednesday night class, Friday night class, Saturday women's group, then I'm teaching every Sunday. So there's 4 classes in English every week in America from our Dara.
Beautiful. And now the Sheikh is opening a complex, a university here in... Hopefully when it's open, there'll be a connection. I mean... It's something we really need.
Inshallah, we come back here in December with some murids from the West.
That's what I'm saying. This is just a matter of time. But things are going to happen.
Yes,
pardon me?
Dank and Dank mooy jàpp ngóor suñu jaay.
Masha Allah.
Dank and Dank mooy jàpp America ay murid. Slowly but surely we can bring America to murid.
Beautiful, beautiful, brother Shufi. That was a pleasure. Really, it was a treat. I'm so happy to have you, inshallah. And all those advices, hope
Bamba, fell into deaf ear. Please forgive me for saying this about the Senegalese community, but I want them.
I wanted to be fair with myself.
I have to say astaghfirullah.
Right.
One person, Abdoulaye Bamba Bey.
Right.
In Chicago.
Right, doing a great work. Jambarla.
Yanafiak Sri Abdullah Bamba Bey. I mean. Sheikh Abdullah Bamba Bey, he is definitely, he has American Murid dialect.
Absolutely.
I have to say, I was going to his house years ago studying with, he was one of my first teachers because I lived in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Right.
And Sheikh Abdullah Bamba Bey was in Maywood, Chicago. So we used to take maybe 10 to 12 people and stay at his house in Chicago, and he would teach us in English. So yes, there is a good example of Sheikh Abdullah Bamba Bey and the American Dara in Maywood, Illinois.
Right.
So yes, he just came to my mind. I have to bring him because he was one of my sheikhs, one of my teachers.
Right.
Yes.
So your salam alaikum and
assalamu alaikum to everyone. To Barke Serigne Saliou.
Jërëjëf. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's a blessing to meet you. You're like a superstar for Murids in America.
Alhamdulillah.
Because you give us an oasis of teaching in English.
Absolutely.
That's hard to find. So may Allah bless your work. Continue to bless Echo from Echo TOUBA, Lampfall TV. Barke Serigne Fallou. Thank you so much.
Thank you for following and watching Echo from TOUBA once again. And until next time, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Jërëjëfati Serigne Touba. Jaaraama Maam Cheikh Ibrahima. Thank you so much. Thank you, brother.
Hey.
Lamp Fall télévision lamp bu jolli ci lëndëm kenn du ko dëgmal di gëlëm njëriñ rekk la bu àndut ak lor
mal qalbu min
Lamp Fall télévision lamp bu jolli ci lëndëm kenn du ko dëgmal di gëlëm njëriñ rekk la bu àndut ak lor.
mbokk yi rafetlu seen ànd ak seen télévision Lamp Fall ñu ngi am mbégte loolu mbokk yi di àndaat ak yéen ci dimanche bi ni ñu koy faral di defee ndi maanaam magazine d'information di ëtt bi nga xam ne ci la ñuy waxtaan ci lépp loo xam ne jëm ni ci wàllu actualité bi nga xam ne moo gën a fës ci ay bis bi mbokk yi nag tey jii ñu dalal ki nga xam ne mooy monsieur le ministre Farba Senghor ku ne xam ne ko fii ci réew bu Sénégal bokk it ci ñi nga xam ne tey jii ñooy jegeñaale ki nga xam ne mooy njiitu réew mi Macky Sall ak ki nga xam ne it moom mooy Mouhamadou Makhtar Guissé moom mi nga xam ne moom mooy secrétaire national yor lépp lu jëm ci wàllu partenariat parti bii di PRP di parti bi nga xam ne kii di Déthié Fall moo ko jiite ni ñu ko defee mbokk yi niki dimanche bu jot may séq émission bi ak suma naataango Ndeya Diop Ndeya asalaamaaleykum.
maaleykum salaam Ba maa ngi lay nuyu di nuyu téléspectateur Lamp Fall yi ñuy bàyyi xel di nuyu également suñuy invité di leen remercier ci seen disponibilité di fàttali téléspectateur yu Lamp Fall que vous êtes également en direct ci suñu yeneen plateforme bokk na ci YouTube ak li nga xamante ne nag moom mooy Facebook également si canal TNT bi ak TV d'Orange bi vous êtes en direct